Welcome, Aries. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, and for your second quarter, April, May, June reading, I pulled the Nine of Wands as your overall general energy. So this second quarter shows you expending a lot of passionate, determined energy to achieve something. You are putting your all into the creation, the success, the accomplishment of something that is a clear, multifaceted expression of who you are and what you want to contribute to your community, to the world, to an organization. This shows you moving past things that would have been obstacles that had blocked you in the past. You're no longer seeing them in that way. You're recognizing the wealth of resources you have, the wealth of skills that you've developed over a long period of time, and you're utilizing everything in your toolkit to achieve this incredible, significant effort. This is a gift that you're creating for others. This is a general reading, Aries, so if you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below once again. And I appreciate all of you being here and spending time with me. So welcome to those of you that are new, and thank you. In the month of April, the general energy is the Three of Wands, and this is about you spending a lot of energy in April putting together the concrete tools that you need to make whatever it is you're launching a success. So you're actually selecting resources, tools, contractors, connections, people that can help you. You're putting out information perhaps to your collaborators, looking at who steps up, who's responsive to your ideas as potential team members that you can work with. So it's an interesting combination here of you expending energy, probing, getting things going, and then waiting for the response that you get back. So this isn't so much a period of waiting as it is anticipation of the response that you'll receive for the considerable effort around a good idea that you're putting forward, you're putting out there, and you're really beating the bushes to find all of the help, support, and shaping management that you can find. That's in April. In May, the general energy for you is the Justice card. This is describing a way in which perhaps your initial effort, your premiere presentation, so to speak, is meeting with a sense of your own place and position, the establishment of some authority around the subject matter that you are activating through this new effort, this new beginning, this new business or project. You are absolutely resonating to people of a similar experience, perhaps a similar age to you, people that can comprehend the subtlety and the nuance of your approach in any direction, so that you are meeting those who can understand the wealth of your experience, how difficult it was for you to obtain or to have come through a challenging experience or a series of challenging experiences, and to be able to articulate what you've learned as you're learning it. So this is putting yourself in a place of authority in a way that you may have often felt beholden to others in the past who had the authority that you now perceive that you have in equal measure. This is about not only what you're creating, again, but the way you're creating it. And this is becoming more and more important as we move forward into a new global age, that our ability to approach our collaborators as peers, as experts in their own experiential activity or arena, and that is, you have a way of dignifying that experience in others as you are doing that in your own experience or expression. You're taking yourself and your experience seriously and recognizing that it has a broad application to others. In June, the Seven of Cups. Overall, I do believe that as a result of the efforts that you're making towards collecting up the resources, the framework, the contacts for this new effort, you are being noticed by many. You are perhaps being invited into a variety of spaces. Offers are being made to you that you are considering. And this is precisely the reception that you had wanted, even in these very first initial stages. A lot of positive receptivity. This is, I have to say, in terms of those that are looking at your first steps and your original concept, are meeting it excitedly, but on their own terms. So it's being evaluated as to how it would profit them, or how they could team up or partner with your ideas in a way that would be popular, widespread, seen, and noticed globally, and be a magnet for revenues of some sort or another, multiple revenue streams even. And these are all things that you are contemplating in a position in which you are aware you are offering something that is unique, that is original, that is not the norm. And in that way, as much as the rewards are validation and compensation for the efforts of you and your team, you're not doing it for that reason. It's very clear to me that what you're doing is because you believe it's the right thing to do. And this is part of the integrity that is protecting what you're creating from being diluted, watered down, sidelined. You're really carefully working with not only the information that you hope to offer, but the way it is being marketed appropriately to those who you believe would benefit from what it is you're creating. I'm going to clarify each month, but I hope this reading is resonating with you, or hoping it will resonate with you so far. If so, please like this video, please share this with others, and please subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. And I have pulled the Forgiveness card. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. I absolutely am appreciating the wealth of experiences that you are summarizing, kind of consolidating, and the lessons that you've learned from those experiences as part of the wisdom that you're offering. However, there is your human side that has experienced things and may still hold some piece of anger or resentment or exhaustion or sadness around experiences that perhaps ended in an unfortunate way, that you nevertheless learned from. You learned a lot about yourself. You survived. Your real resilience is established. But in order to properly sort of channel the wisdom of your growth, it is important that you forgive yourself as well as others involved. But I do think it is the forgiving yourself, the holding yourself up to be judged or in the way that you have judged yourself in the past can be uh, can restrict the power of your message. You can apply that however it is relevant to you, but I think in general there is still some sense of competition, perhaps rivalry, envy, jealous on either side from you and or your collaborators or your um, investors, let's say, as well as audience members, how you work through and open up your higher consciousness and awareness of how much better you are as a result of challenges that you've faced. And that's something that requires you to step outside of your internal mechanisms and to see yourself as flawed, innocent, well-intentioned, and better as a result of some difficult experiences. In the month of April, the Three of Wands is clarified by the Servant of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. This is fantastic and beautiful as an augur of not only prosperity, stability, resourcefulness, and creating something that will be a tool or resource for others, but it also underlies the creativity involved among you and your collaborators. So the good idea is something that possibly came to you and through you in the midst of close collaborators, close allies, people that are similarly aligned with you in more than one area of your life, more than one area of the way you think. And it is that collaboration that is strengthening the potential offer that you're making, the project you're creating. It is the flexibility and the balance between the various perspectives that your team, your collaboration represents that is describing the strength of this project for you. You are supported, you are loved, and you are asked to stand back and understand the import of the offerings of each member of the team, not just your intention, your import, and what you believe your contribution can be seen as. This is really to be an equal among other experts. In the month of May, the Justice card is clarified by the Lady or the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. This is powerful, and for many of you in May, I see this as a description of the collaboration or the leadership team that is being weighed out, balanced, formulated as a legal entity, particularly for those of you going into business or creating a business. This is the inspiration and the practical skills needed to concretize your offering. So there is a lot of potential growth here. Some consider fire and earth to be the most productive of collaborations and energy focuses, so that you can really get something going in a way that is very much linked to your highest and best intentions for your own well-being and the well-being of others, as well as giving concrete skills, tools, routines, advisement that will allow others to access the benefit of your experience in maintaining and sustaining well-being and a holistic, emotional, and practical attitude towards your health and your well-being. In June, the Seven of Cups is clarified by the Page of Swords and the Seven of Wands. What I particularly am appreciating, as I quite often do, about the Page of Swords, this sense of hitting a wall around the limitations of what you know and recognizing that you need to learn more, that there is more support perhaps that you need, that more knowledge will help you understand what you need. Whatever the limitation is that you face, you are working through it in a practical, considered, and open-hearted way, open-minded way, so that you're looking at alternatives reasonably. But throughout that, you're also very clear to make space for you and your collaborators to work through the problems in your own way. You're understanding that you can't necessarily supply support or answers to everyone. You're defining your audience, perhaps. You're looking at the ways in which you do not want to be a part of something that is already existing or pre-programmed. This is really about building upon your own experiences and your own aspirations for the betterment of human experience and a better world. So I do see you and your team as very clearly saying no to opportunities, perhaps saying no to among each collaborator, really limiting your idea of your input, your investment, and clarifying that in a way that helps to support whatever kind of entity, particularly in social and legal terms, that you are creating. So for the entire spring into early summer, I definitely see the establishment of a core around the project that you are creating. And I am going to finish up this reading with Talisman Oracle. And I have pulled, interesting, Cast Away Negativity. I'm going to look that up, but I'm first going to give you a good view of the card without glare. That's my hope, because the cards themselves are meant to act as talismans, as a good luck charm in terms of your best intentions. So I'm going to read from the book. Choose carefully your friends and the people you surround yourself with. At times you may need to temporarily distance yourself from the people who cannot see your vision and are not in a place to understand your opinion and feelings. Allow them time to grow stronger and try to see why they feel vulnerable. The rose in the snake's mouth represents kindness. Soften the negative words and thoughts by adopting a positive attitude. Consider whether it's more important to be right or to build a happy and peaceful presence. With a bit of kindness, you might be able to turn the currents in your favor. Playing games is not the path you want to take now. The sword in this card is a symbol of protective power, but also of honor and justice. And the talisman power follows. Use this card when you need to release the negative energy that may be blocking you. Keep this card near when you're trying to grow stronger and rise above the resentful eyes. Look at the snake on the card and imagine it hissing. Suddenly its tongue turns into a beautiful rose and the snake becomes calmer and falls asleep. I set my boundaries with kindness. So thank you so much, Aries, for this reading. Until next time, namaste.